All right, we're going to talk about how my thinking leads to eating. I have to know everything, figure everything out. There's something going on that I don't necessarily understand or know, or big changes that are happening, and I go into research mode. And I know you guys have done this. I know you've done it probably about dieting for sure, but this also pertains to other areas of your life. I have a client who works as a teacher, and her school board made some massive changes. And in our call, she said, if I could just lock myself in my room for 3 days straight, get all my plans together, figure all this out, I would be in a good place. And then I explained to her that that's really not true, because I've been working with her and I saw her do that with one of her kiddos' medical conditions. I saw her do it with her marriage. I saw her do it with several different things. The exact same cycle. There's something I don't know. I want to know all about it. And to the exclusion of doing other things that would be good for me. To the exclusion of thawing out my dinner so I can feed my family. To the exclusion of doing my budget. And what that is it's your lower brain wanting to protect you from some inevitable demise in the future. If you show up and you don't know all the information, you don't have all the plans, you haven't figured everything out. What if somebody figures it out? What if you show up as an imposter, or the people call you on it, and oh my gosh, how humiliating will that be? And da 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 da. And so what does your brain do? Hyperdrive. We're gonna figure all this out. We're gonna figure it all out now. And we don't worry about anything else until we figure this out. This is all 100% lower brain driven. It is not your higher brain. Your higher brain would be saying, but wait a second, wouldn't a walk actually do you good? Wouldn't it be smart to thaw out the chicken so we can eat dinner tonight? Hey, we kind of haven't checked on the budget or on the kids in a while. How do we know those are going well? Your higher level brain gets that there's other important things in your life. But when you get into that panic, that fight or flight state, I got to know everything. I need to figure this out. I need to have a plan. I can't be the only one that shows up and I don't know everything. Your lower brain kicks in and it goes into hyperdrive on how to fix the situation, how to prevent you from being in a very embarrassing or, death-like state that we've talked about before. And so then what happens? You kind of go full on. You get overwhelmed, you get stressed, your barometer of stress increases like we've talked about in the other videos. And then what are you doing? You're eating food out of the pantry. My client that I mentioned, we discussed this quite a bit. And I said, here's what I want you to do. I asked her, I said, is this really something you have to invest 3 days of your life in to get this figured out? No, my boss said a slow, implementation was going to happen. I could just do it a little bit here, a little bit there. So I said, how about this? Go to your calendar, block out 30 minutes every day to work on this project. Then put time slots on your schedule for other things that are important, like your budget, like meal prep, like taking a walk, taking care of the kids, all those things. Now, your lower brain is going to scream at you because it doesn't like it. It's like a toddler. Doesn't like it, doesn't want the structure, wants to stay fully engaged in this one thing until it figures it out. But your higher level brain is the one that's making the schedule. Your higher level brain is the one that says, no, we did our 30 minutes, we can check it off, and we can move on. 1 day of her doing this, massive improvement. Yes, my lower brain chatted at me, but it felt really good to just do 30 minutes of the thing that I thought I had to spend 3 solid days working on. You realizing this about yourself, seeing this as being one of your triggers to eating, if you've ever been in a situation where you're presented with a new piece of information, a new medical diagnosis, there's something new going on at work, something is changing, and you feel an instant feel of anxiety and stress. You feel you've got to research it to the nth degree. You need to know everything. You stop focusing on all the other things around you because you're so engrossed in this. That's your lower brain. And it takes over because it doesn't want you to have anything bad happen to you in the future. So it's well intended. But the way it goes about doing it, it creates a lot of anxiety and stress, which then is going to drive you into the arms of the pantry and the refrigerator. So all you have to do is kind of know this about yourself. And when you see these things show up on the horizon, new program at work, doctor said I might have this issue, know your brain's gonna do it. Just gonna happen. You don't turn it off, it doesn't go away, it stays there. Your reaction to it can be totally different. You can get out your calendar, your planner, and start putting time on your calendar to work on these issues, but you don't let it become your entire day. That's the big change. And to know that when it chats at you, oh my gosh, what if this? What if that? How about if we do this? How about if we do that? Again, all lower brain, all coming from a good place, all trying to help you. However, very destructive. And you say, nope, we're not going to have this conversation. We're going to take 30 minutes, an hour, whatever out of our day to work on this. But we're not going to let it become all engrossing. This is just as much of an addictive behavior as eating chocolate, as drinking alcohol. It's that need to pursue information to the detriment of all other areas of your life. And I have this conversation because I used to be this person. I used to be the person when I heard of something new, I could spend a day or two just researching, whether it's at the library before the interwebs or online, because that was what my brain did. I couldn't stop focusing on it. I couldn't see that other things in my life needed tending to. So this is not something that you are forced to deal with forever. This is why I live by my calendar, by the way. I block everything out on my calendar. It's got a time spot. I don't really think about it. I don't allow myself to go down these rabbit holes. If something is important and I need to work on it, I budget time for it and I honor my time commitments. I don't say, oh, if I check one more email, oh, just let me finish this last page. Nope. If I put 45 minutes is done, I'm done. And that's because I know what my lower brain will do. It'll keep me going and going and going. Remember, we talked about in a previous video, you're never going to be done. There's never a point at which you're okay, that you've got enough information, that you've lost enough weight, that you are rich enough, that you are successful enough, that you have enough prestige. That will never happen when it comes to your lower brain. It will always be need to do more, must do more, not sufficient, keep working, and that's what's driving you. Have you ever wondered why? It's like, oh my God, why can't I stop working? Why is it that I can't pull myself away? It's your lower brain. It's just that push, that drive. You need to honor time commitments with yourself so you don't get sucked down that rabbit hole. All right, guys, so what did we learn today? That drive to know everything, do everything, figure everything out as soon as you become aware of something different, new, that's really being driven from the lower brain, and it becomes all engrossing, all focusing. It kind of preoccupies your mind. You knowing this about yourself and actually taking proactive time to block out schedules for yourself where you work on it. You don't want to turn a blind eye to it, but you work on it. That's what we want to start to do, but not without boundaries, personal boundaries with yourself. And when your lower brain chats at you, you treat it like a toddler. No, sweetheart, it's time for us to stop today. We're going to move on to this other activity. We'll come back to this tomorrow. It's taking back your control. You're the adult. Prefrontal cortex is the adult. Lower brain is the toddler. We have to kind of reel it back in. I hope this video is helpful. You guys have a fantastic day. Please like and subscribe and let me know how I can help you.